Welcome to Al Stock Trades. In this channel, we like to find undervalued stocks that essentially no one's really talking about. But in this one here, since the market has been really like trash since 2021 after that rise and fall of all the tech stocks, it's usually unusual to find stocks trading at a revenue multiple that's laughable. This video is for people that essentially want a long-term investment. PayPal is one of those stocks, okay? This is a short video, essentially from our live stream that we had that was interactive. This is for people that just want to get in and get out. So I'm going to go into it and let's get started. So right here, what I want to basically point out, we're going to be calculating the intrinsic value of the PayPal stock. You're going to walk out of this video knowing the ins and outs of PayPal, information that you probably never even looked at before, and it's going to be very valuable. Okay, so we're going to look at the revenue here, and you can see that they make $25 billion in revenue with a cost of $13 billion. Again, these numbers are in millions, which is why they're a little weird. With a gross profit of $11 billion to $12 billion with earnings of around $4.2 billion. Okay. The beautiful part here is that it's trading at a price to sales of 4.40. And the market cap is around $112 billion, and it honestly has been depressed. If we look at PayPal's financial information, you could see that their short-term assets can definitely pay down their short-term liabilities. However, it is a crunch when it comes to their long-term liabilities. However, it's such a cash flow generating machine that you don't have to be worried about PayPal going bankrupt. You see, this is a high quality company. This is a juggernaut of a literally cash printer. As you can see, you want to look for companies that grow in a consistent stepwise fashion. As you can see in blue, orange, and red here, you have the tags here. We have revenue, gross profit, and operating income. This is the type of staircase, I call it staircase to heaven, you want to find in a company. Likewise, as the free cash flow I was talking about, they are subsequently increasing their free cash flow. And I think with the whole Venmo, Amazon, I think it's just going to get better. Net income has trickled down. And again, the pandemic has definitely set an abnormal bar with the whole online shopping that everyone was doing. But if we could just compare 2019 levels up to 2021, kind of post-pandemic, if you may, we're still getting out of it. You can see that it's still doing pretty well overall. Active accounts, though, is a whole different story. They're increasing. And if you look at PayPal right now, it's trading literally near, as I said, even below a 4 times revenue multiple. The last time you were able to get this price at that level was not the 2020 pandemic stock market crash. No, it was actually in 2017. 2017, even before. That's just silly, laughable, cheap. Okay. So just quick for the market update right now. Whenever you have high levels of put value and low levels of call, it means that the market is pretty much ready to bounce in reverse. You see, whenever you see a lot of people placing put options, if you wanted to place puts, you should have done it a year ago. Okay. Now it's gotten to a point where people follow what other people are doing. Everyone wants to buy in oil stocks. Well, you should have done that in November, right? It's too late now. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to stay ahead of the market, you got to do it before the market commences in price action movement. You see, a lot of people right now, they're going to be buying the PayPal stock in a year, 2-3 years from now at $250, $300, and you're going to be selling. Whoever's watching this video, you're going to be selling to them. Why? Because you put in the work. You did the due diligence. You are right now sitting, working hard, listening to this video, trying to understand all this data, right? And all these people that are just following this extreme level of puts, well, things are going to reverse and everything's going to go up, and it's too late. Okay, so luckily you're here. Because why? Because the QQQ short interest surge has peaked since the latest levels in 2018, which is essentially setting up tech stocks for a great squeeze potential. In terms of tech, as you can see, tech levels have, this is the, one of the oversold territories that we've ever seen. This is like the 2000 .com bubble, right? And then SPACs are even more hammered. But PayPal is not a SPAC. PayPal is a juggernaut of a business. In terms of mid-year pullbacks, usually all the greatest, hardest pullbacks that we've ever experienced, and this is data from 1950 to 2022, a year later, you see tremendous increases. Now, 2022 here, we don't know. Still question mark. But if it follows the same trajectory and pattern, well, I think we're in for a treat. So now we're going to go ahead, and this is our intrinsic value calculation. We'll be calculating the bull, base, and bear case scenario. But before that, I want to show you some more data in regards to our artificial intelligence technology that we have integrated within our Discord community. Okay, this is connected to an AI system to where all you need to do is essentially type in any ticker request you want, and it gives you the information. Like, for example, here, this is TR-projection to PayPal. What this does is it automatically gives you a Monte Carlo style projection. And what that basically gives me is it shares with me and tells me, at what level could I see PayPal drop down to? And this kind of projects out the 30 days, and it's saying, we may see $88, around 90 as a lowest here. This is your bull, base, and bear. So this is a great data point. So let's continue, right? This is the support and resistance levels for, let me just move myself here so you can see. This is the support and resistance levels for PayPal here. And as you can see today, it looks like we broke resistance from the $100. In fact, let's just see the actual stock price right now really quickly here so we can just have a holistic, this is the most recent one right now. In fact, we're in the pre-market now. The pre-market's $100. So yeah, so this is great. You guys are seeing it in real-time action here. So the next level of resistance here is $107. So we'll see if it basically touches and falls. So if you're a day trader, swing trader, long-term investor, you could use this to your advantage. And we're looking at a resistance support level now at $100 here, okay? So let's go ahead and continue our technical analysis, then we'll switch to fundamental. So as you can see here, it's switching now, and it literally bounced off of the $96.57 level of support here, and now the next level of resistance off of the day chart is $120.26. But we'll see, because you got to combine the 1 minute chart as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly chart. Again, there's an hour as well, but let's just go weekly here. The weekly gives you a little bit more data. Again, the same thing. $96.57 with $122.99 level of resistance. So we'll see if it's able to either get rejected or bounce, but that seems like a really beautiful move right there for all the day traders. Again, I'm more of a long-term investor, but I've done it all. All right. So now let's take a look at the Darkpool levels. Yes, we have access to Darkpool levels as well. So as you can see here, there's been a lot of buy-in orders at around 111 here, 104, and then, a lot down here as well. Really great buys here. So in terms of Darkpool, big money is stepping in. Okay. So now let's take a look at the flow sum here. A little couple more data points here just to give you guys a holistic view. And now it seems that the market's shifting. There are more calls than puts. Again, calls are in green, of course, And it seems that the sentiment for PayPal is starting to switch. But the greatest one here is looking at the algo trade. And let's go ahead and take a step back and take a look at the 5-day algo flow. Now, normally this would cost about $150 a month to get access just to this data here, just the algo flow. And you can go to flowalgo.com and look for yourself what other data vendors do. But we only charge $9.99. And what this basically tells you is it gives you an algo score and then with obviously the stock price. And whenever you see the algo score, and especially if the algo score goes up, it means that it's bullish. However, whenever you see a stock price and an algo score going up, it is extremely bullish. It means that everything is headed in the right direction, and we already know PayPal has been beat down. So this is really good. We've already extended it out to 5 days. It's always good to also look at just a day where it's a shorter version here. And again, it gives you the same data. They're both going up. So this is extremely good. So now let's go ahead and do the Darkpool level here with the PYPL. And we'll just kind of see what's going on with Darkpool block trades, how many shares are being traded. Yeah, so there's a lot of money. And this is back in March 15. So we get this real-time data, and it seems that big money is stepping in, and it's definitely very difficult. They're trying to get in, and it's very difficult to match it. So this is definitely because everyone's trying to get into the stock right now, and it's the sentiment is changing. So this is good. So now we're going to go in and take a look at our artificial intelligent technologies AI predictive model for our artificial intelligent analysis, shifting from technical, and it basically tells you from a combined artificial intelligent perspective, we're looking at a positive swing trade. However, our options is a little off the rails, but intraday and swing, it's looking pretty good. So now that we went through an artificial, technical, and we're going to skip over sentimental, let's go ahead and take a look at fundamental. So this is the Morningstar data set from 2012 to 2021, even 2022's data for PayPal. Now, what's interesting, what I'm going to preface here is I'm going to be taking data from 2016. Why, you might ask? Well, because 2015, PayPal diverged from eBay. So all these numbers to me don't mean anything, okay? 2016 is when PayPal became serious and diverged. So I'm going to be basically taking the net income, which you'll recognize in the numbers that I'm going to be putting in the calculator as 1401. And then I'm going to go ahead and then take the net income from 2021, which is going to be 4169, which is essentially $4.1 billion. Again, these numbers are in millions, which you can see right here. And then I'm going to go in, my apologies, my fault. You're going to go in and basically take the free cash flow here. You're very vocal, Golden Doodle, my apologies. You take the free cash flow here, and we're going to go in and basically place it into our intrinsic value calculation. And if you're enjoying this content, minus the dog, my apologies again, I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, so then now let's go ahead and let's do our DCF by implementing exactly what we just stated. So in 2016, they made, I'm looking at the numbers as I'm doing this in real time, 1401. In 2021, they went ahead and they made 4169. They're going at a 24% growth rate here. Now we're going to punch in the free cash flow, which again, we're going to be using 2016 here. So 2489, 864, 4660, 3857, 4988. And we're not even looking at the stock price. That's the beautiful part about fundamental analysis. And then we're going to, if you didn't catch that here, the number of shares that they have right now is 1186, again, in millions. 1186, and by the time we do that, and as soon as we hit enter, we're going to see a stock price here, and you see how it updates, and we didn't even do any, we didn't even look at I did not put anything of the actual stock price here. That's the beautiful part about fundamental analysis. You don't even look at the stock price. You want to look at the actual intrinsic value of the company. So PayPal's intrinsic value is hovering anywhere between $107 to $145 as the base, and then at $210 as the bull with the bear 107. And if you might recall, going back to our, I believe, minute chart here, it seems that the bear case is right here. So we might even see intraday movement really quickly to $107. And again, that's backed up by the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and that AI predictive model, because it said that it was very probable that intraday would be bullish, hence why it's in green, right? But that tells me now the floor for this technically this company is 107, but we might experience a pretty heavy bear market and maybe a recession because of the whole Ukraine situation and whatnot. But this is why dollar cost averaging works. But you guys have the data now, and you guys know the worth of the company. So, and usually once times are good for the specific company, it will start trading at a revenue multiple of around 12x. And that price would be around, I don't know, $300 if you look at PayPal's 52-week high. Yeah, around $300. So, and then obviously PayPal now is much stronger than PayPal a couple months ago, right? So based off of this calculation, this is what the prices are. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want access to our intrinsic value calculator, we have it here in our Mastering Stock Market course with a link down below. For people that are interested, I went ahead and placed a $50 coupon down below to get you $50 off. Likewise, if you want access to our artificial intelligence technology for under $9.99, there'll be a link down as well in our Patreon group, which will port you to our Discord. Other than that, it was a privilege and honor. Make sure you sign up. I think we got 15 more days extension for our 5 free stocks from Webull. And that is also in the link down below. And other than that, that's the best value I can give you guys in less than 17 minutes. It was a privilege and honor, and I'll see you guys on the next one.